Big news today, man, for Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets fans and a lot of fans from across the SEC and the ACC. Officially, Jaydon Dunbar has announced his final 10. Outstanding athlete, obviously, from Thomas County Central. He was named Aiken Touchdown Club Super 7 player for this past season. I'm going to talk about that more, though, in a second. Let's reveal the top 10, right? Minnesota, Pittsburgh, West Virginia, USF, Michigan State, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Kentucky, Duke, and obviously Mississippi State. So obviously those schools are trending to land him. So Georgia Tech will have to beat out obviously all of these top programs to land his services. What's interesting is he actually canceled an OV with Pittsburgh for June. So he has that obviously in. I think the cool part is, though, and as I wrote on SI, as y'all can see right here, he had on Georgia Tech gear when he went to go visit Florida State. Florida State did not make his top 10, right? Tech did. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how aggressive Tech is going to be in trying to land Jaydon Dunbar, right? Well, they have him on campus again. They had him at the end of March on campus, you know what I'm saying, for a visit, right? Obviously, he's already visited Mississippi State. He has an OV with Mississippi State in place, also with Duke. That's also in place in Georgia, right? Tech does not have an OV officially with Jaydon Dunbar. So that's going to be interesting to see if they can get an OV with him potentially and how aggressive they're going to be, obviously, in the pursuit of landing him. Now, Dunbar is massive, bro. 6'5", 175 pounds. I think is elite about him is just in the red zone, he's going to catch a touchdown. No matter if it's double coverage or not, he's a guy you get the ball to, and he's going to cook defenders, right? I think that part makes him super special as well. And like I said, Georgia Tech's no stranger to recruiting top-end players with that kind of frame, right? Look at Isaiah Canyon. He's a player that's expected to get a lot of burn this year with the Yellow Jackets. We'll see him in the spring game, obviously, this Saturday. But he's a tall-end player. So, obviously, they have shorter receivers and things like that with Malik Rutherford and things like that. But this could be a top-end guy for them. And they don't have a recruit in this class in 2026 for the wide receiver position. One of the guys they just had, I broke the news on, Josiah Dozier, he is committed to USF. But they could still be high end on him, and they could potentially try to flip him potentially. We will see. I haven't heard too much on the receiver front just yet. But what will Trent McKnight and company do? Now, back to obviously the top 10 for Georgia. I feel like they have not had that big of a receiver like that in a while as well when you look at their recruitment and guys they get now. They just landed C.J. Wiley, who's obviously a big target, fast, speed, ran track. That is a big target. But besides him, over the last few years, they don't land top-end guys like that. When I say top-end, I'm talking about top-end 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". They usually go for smaller type of receivers when you look at Georgia. So, I mean, he's a guy that has a lot of potential, right? Just has to go, get developed, continue to work on his craft and his grind. This past season had 420-plus receptions, 8 touchdowns this year, over 20-plus catches for Thomas County Central. And they are a fixture in South Georgia that's always a very competitive and very good team down there. So I think it's intriguing. I think it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? If for Georgia Tech, consistently you are in these conversations for these finals for these top-end players. We talked about Deuce Gerald's a week ago. Once again, Georgia Tech is right back at it with this top-end guy as well, man. So that's my thoughts. We'll see how aggressive Georgia Tech will be in trying to land him. You know, but I could definitely see him going to an ACC or SEC school. Just depends on what he wants to end up doing. But he's a guy, hey, man, definitely can make a difference at the next level. We'll see how early that will be potentially, but definitely a good telltale sign for Georgia Tech being in his recruitment. 4-star prospect on Rivals, 3-star everywhere else, on 3-star industry ranking. But like he said, where is home? We're going to find out.